Rachel Maddow is being sued by a Christian rocker. His name is Bradley Dean. Obviously a right-wing freak. He's suing her for $50 million, which is hysterically funny, charging that Rachel defamed him because he said she made misleading statements about his views on gay rights and Islamic law, Sharia law. He's a Minnesota metal rocker. What is a Christian metal rocker? What is that, Kathy? I have no idea. This is somebody that did one too many hits and just tipped over the edge, apparently, and decided that he saw Jesus instead of a 20-foot rabbit, and now he is a Christian metal rocker. He announced his lawsuit in a press conference or press release yesterday. The suit comes from an August 2010 segment on Rachel's program in which she quoted a statement he made on his radio show. He's a busy little creep, isn't he? He's got a radio show, and he's a Christian metal rocker, and he files lawsuits, and apparently he just hates gay people. But here's what he said, quote, and here's what Rachel said, quote, quoting this freak, Bradley Dean. Muslims are calling for the execution of homosexuals in America. They themselves are upholding the laws that are even in the Bible, the Judeo-Christian God, but they seem to be more moral than the American Christians do. Because these people are livid about enforcing their laws. They know homosexuality is an abomination. If America won't enforce the laws, God will rise up a foreign enemy to do just that. End quote. Christian metal rocker and obvious psychopath, Bradley Dean. Don't you love Christians? Don't you love fundamentalist Christians? They're so eaten up. They are so saturated with their hate and their poison and their sickness, and yet they claim to be representatives of the Prince of Peace. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that psychotic? Bradley Dean charged Maddow with deliberately ignoring a disclaimer that he issued, which stressed that he was not calling for gay people to be killed. Of course not. It just sounds that way. Like Glenn Beck doesn't call for children in summer camps to be murdered because they might be Hitler Youth. It just sounds that way. He said Maddow's airing of his statement, the same one he aired on his program, caused serious harm to him and the ministry he runs. Oh, my God, he runs a ministry? He has a radio show? He's a metal rocker, and by God, a blood and guts, kill 'em all Christian. Son of a bitch, he's got a busy dance book, doesn't he? Woo! Actually, Rachel did read the disclaimer. She did read it. So there goes your lawsuit, you turd. The disclaimer that Rachel read, we have never and will never call for the execution of homosexuals. She read just after airing this freak's statement. The freak, Bradley Dean, the guy who has a ministry, you can imagine what that ministry is about, and he's a metal rocker and a Christian and, all this other stuff. He's an ally of Michelle Bachmann. And he accused Rachel and the, quote, left-wing media, end quote, of using him to harm her presidential prospects. Even though he is filing this $50 million lawsuit, Bradley Dean said that, quote, money's not the issue, end quote. MSNBC called the lawsuit baseless.